I am someone who is very indecisive. Like, people would probably think that I am a Libra because I am so indecisive. I cannot for the life of me make any kind of decisions by myself and for myself. I always find myself being stuck in a crossroad. I never know what to do with anything. It's as if with anything, you always have a choice, right? But for me, it's as if you always have multiple different choices, and if you make the wrong one, you would always die, and that there is only one right choice in this world, and obviously that is not true. That is far from being true, right? I noticed that, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm doing this thing called Tarot Tuesday on Instagram. If you're watching this, you probably know that because people who are watching this are just my close... people who are close to me. And from doing one of the readings for the Tarot Tuesday thing, I actually realized something, which is that people are often very torn between choices too. So I'm not the only one who cannot make choices for myself. Maybe not to the same extent, but a lot of people who come to the reading are oftentimes... I hope you can't hear that. Oftentimes have two choices and don't actually know what to choose. And what I notice is that actually every one of us know what we want. We already know which one is the right one, and we always think that, oh, I don't know if I should choose A or if I should choose B, and blah 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 blah. But now I think I've found a formula into how to make a decision and how to make sure that that decision is the right one. Well, first of all, I think that the only way to define what is right, there isn't a universal choice that is right, if that makes sense. The only thing that exists is what is right for you. There is no objective way of seeing this. There is no objective way of determining and making a choice. It is only right if you think is right. If it feels right for you, then that is the right one. Even though you think that, oh, but according to the society, that is not the right one, therefore what I feel is wrong. But it's not, babes. It's just not. How many times have you made a choice that goes against yourself? How many times have you made a choice that was supposedly right when we are looking at the society and things, and you end up feeling like shit. You end up feeling like, oh, this doesn't feel right. Well, because you're going against yourself, and that is not the right choice. When you're stuck between two choices, or however many choices you have, like I said, you probably already know which one you want. You have to really dig down deep inside and just be honest with yourself. You're just conversing with your own self. Just be honest. There's no one judging you. The only person judging you is probably yourself. So get rid of that just for this one moment when you're trying to figure out the right choice for you. Just assess which one do you actually want. And if fear is the one that is preventing you from making that choice, then that's the one you choose. I think this is the only universal thing, is that when there is fear talking, that's not the real you. that is just conditioning. Decades of thinking that there's only certain ways of doing things, certain ways of being successful, certain ways of feeling whatever the heck this society wants to feel, which I guess is happiness. Those are false. When fear starts to take over you, just like how that sentence goes, it's just fear taking over you. That's not the real you. That's not your inherent self. Your inherent self is brave. Your inherent self is powerful. Your inherent self knows what that bitch wants. Fear only comes because we have been conditioned by society to not take any risks, not make any mistakes. Making mistakes is fatal, when it really isn't. We need to allow ourselves to make mistakes because it's fine. Mistakes are fine. We are all only human and we make mistakes. You can't, man. Like, think of your role model. Do you really think your role model doesn't make any mistakes? They do. Go for that fear. When you decide to conquer that fear, just trust that you will be able to do it.